Starting things off, we were lucky enough to get an invite behind the scenes as touring theatre show The Diary of Black Men dropped anchor in the UK to bring us a 2013 inspired rendition of this classic US production. Playing to worldwide audiences for near on a quarter of a century, cast member Russell Andrews is now at the helm as director, with the ensemble rolling into town this August to entertain audiences.
The play's called The Diary of Black Men. How Do You Love a Black Woman? It's a subtitle. And the subtitle itself, How Do You Love a Black Woman, was a poem that the writer Thomas Melanson wrote years ago for his wife. He read it aloud, all 6 characters, because there's 6 stereotypical black men. And he read it, and someone heard it, thought it was really nice, and asked, you know, Thomas, that should be a play. So he subsequently turned it into a play. And he added to music and a dance and what have you, and one more character that comes in like a cameo later, and that I'll leave as a surprise for you. But it's a very redeeming, very redemptive and play about black men and their voice in this human conversation. It asks them to be accountable.
I'm playing the character of the militant in The Diary of Black Men, How Do You Love a Black Woman? And the militant is what you would call an archetype of brothers who feel very passionately and deeply about not only their sisters, not only their mothers, not only their daughters and their families, but know that there is an oppressive force that has been on us for quite some time.
I play the character of a Muslim, and the Muslim character is one of the 6 stereotypical characters of any man worldwide. So as a Muslim, and the Muslim character I play is the NOI, the Nation of Islam. It's more derived from Chicago. It was more of where Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, that form of Nation of Islam. So I come from that, my character derives from that. His views about women, his views about how, you know, a woman must know her place in society.
To love a black woman, you have to ask yourself, how do I love myself? How do I love my community, my mother, my grandmother, everyone around me? You know, how accountable am I? How responsible am I to children? See, that's all part of it. This is not a singular thing.
The female character is incredibly important to the play. She represents us. She represents these different men then have various relationships, and she will be the wife, she is maybe the girlfriend, she is maybe the girl passing through, and she represents not the women like we would necessarily want to be, but it's not voiced for us. This is the men going through this evolution, this journey. But she represents in a very silent way, which is much more powerful than in words, and with dance, how we feel when we are treated certain ways.
Right here, we get such a diverse audience. We get an educated theater audience, and not to disrespect anybody at home, but where we would go to a movie 2 or 3 times a week, people go to theater here, all types of theater. And also there's a multicultural audience here. See, at home, we know that my audience is going to be 95% black. I know that. Here, we never know what's going to happen, but what's the unique and beautiful, romantic thing about it, if you will, all cultures come in this audience.
It relates to everyone. First of all, even though it is The Diary of Black Men, it could be any culture of men. It's about people. It's about relationships. It's incredibly important for women to be there, sometimes more so than men, but it's incredibly important for couples to go together. It's almost like couples therapy, because it gives you that opportunity, a platform for discussion. And sometimes it's difficult to say, you just don't listen to me when I'm speaking to you, or I feel like you don't appreciate me, and so on and so on. So this play deals with that as well, and it gives them an opportunity to say, see, that scene is kind of like what we're going through, and when you do this, it hurts me in this way as well, and can we have this discussion?